This presentation is a nice short presentation that talks about how to travel with your clay. This is not a packing it to ship. This is a, hey, I'm at home and I need to bring it to school type of presentation. I'm going to use this guy again because this is all that I have right now. When I'm talking about traveling, it's really about traveling while things are still wet or leather hard. I want to be very clear about what I'm going to say. Do not travel with anything bone dry. So if you happen to be working at home and you finish, do not unwrap it and let it get to bone dry. Bone dry, when you look at the stages of clay, you're going to see that. Bone dry is so delicate, it's so fragile. You could, and I am not even exaggerating, you could hit a speed bump and your work could break if you are traveling bone dry. So always hold off to the drying part and just make sure that it's never past like a hard leather hard to actually travel with. Okay. So first thing that you want to do is grab a box that is not too big or too small. Although you're better off with too big than you are too small. So when I say too small, yes, this would fit in here just fine, doesn't it not? Look at that. Oh my gosh. That fits in this box so perfectly. It's perfect. Yeah, it's not. Because what we're going to try to do is make sure that this piece is not touching anything. We're going to pad it. There's not enough room in this box to pad anything. So we're getting rid of this guy. This is a much better size box, and I'll probably even put them in kind of at an angle here. So this is a good box. Again, bigger is better than smaller. Whatever your packing materials are going to be, they can vary. If you've got foam, I always like to put a sheet of foam at the bottom of my box. If you don't have that, that's fine. You could always put a towel or something at the bottom just to give your bottom some kind of padding. So I'll do that. And then you're going to want to take a towel and make a nest. So I've kind of made a snake here, and I'm just going to wrap it around like this to try to make a nest that's going to fit in that box. The size of your towel, of course, is going to determine how much of a nest you need. So this is what it's looking like here. And I am going to put my piece in the nest. So the point is to make sure that my work is cradled. Try to show that to you better. Make sure that the work is cradled in that nest. If you need more than one towel, do that. This towel's probably a little bit small for this nest, but I'm not going to worry about it. And then you don't want to just let that nest hang out. I'm going to try to do this like this. Don't just let the nest hang out. What you're going to do is you're going to take other rags. You're going to take packaging material. I save anything that comes my way because I know that I may be able to use it for things like this. So what I'm trying to do here is come behind the nest and push the nest into the work, because I want to make sure that my work can't move. And again, whatever you have available is what you're going to do. So there's a big area right there that I would want to put some kind of packaging in behind. I'm doing my best not to mess with this once it's in there, right? Like I don't want to pull my towel so far up that it ruins what I'm doing here. But you can kind of see, I just want to make sure that my nest is really snugly, I don't know, that might actually be the right word, that it's really in there. Now, of course, when I'm traveling, I want to travel like this, right? I'm not going to be traveling like this. But now that it's in there, it's not moving, and that is what I want, okay? And then again, if you feel more comfortable putting more packaging on top before you close it, you're good to go. You're good to go there. As far as kind of putting things in this nest, it is okay that your piece is already in plastic, or you can always come in, put plastic between your work in the nest, and go through all of that so that the towel is not pulling water out of your work. So you're okay to go ahead and put plastic, and then go ahead and do everything that you need to do with the nest there. It never hurts to seat belt this guy in. I know that seems a little crazy, but if this flies anywhere and your work happens to fly out, it will smash it, it will break it. Sometimes I do really stupid things, and I'll have like a nice face jug demo that I want to finish because it's decent. I've had it where I stopped real quick and the whole thing went like this, and then smash right into the face, and it smashed the face in. Whatever, it was a demo, I don't care. But you're going to care about your work, something that you're working weeks and weeks on. Don't mess it up at the end when you're trying to travel with it. So it's always best not to travel, but if you have to, make a nice nest, give it a little home, make sure that it's secure in the box, make sure that it's secure in your car. Travel tips.